Do you have some time off coming up and have a chance to get away? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 9 tips to help you better plan your next trip. Welcome, and if you're new to Every Road Adventures, we're all about helping you to discover and create your own adventure. Well, let's get into it. Tip 1. Time. How much time do you have available for your next trip or adventure? Do you have a whole day, week, month, year? You get the idea. Things that will affect the time that you have available will be stuff like work commitments, family commitments, social, and even medical commitments. Knowing how much time you have available for your trip will allow you to get the most out of your time away. Tip 2. Numbers. This is all about who is going and how many will be going. If you take this trip as a solo traveller, what you want and need out of this trip will be completely different to if you take this trip as a complete family. I know for myself, what I look for when I go out with my family is completely different to what I'd look for when I go out with my mates. Another thing that you need to take into account is where you're staying. Like, you need to factor in how large of a group there will be. If you're only going by yourself and you're rolling out your swag, well, you can probably get away with a really small corner of a camping ground. But if you're going with 8 other cars, then you need plenty of room to park. And that's what we did when we went to Cape York, is we travelled with 8 other vehicles. So when we found a campsite, we had to make sure that the campsites were large enough for all 8 vehicles. Working this out early on in your planning will help you with many of the following tips. Tip 3. Pets. Will you be taking your furry companion? Many do. In fact, I take my pets sometimes. I've got 2 dogs and I'll take them on some occasions. I've even seen campers have their cat with them and they walk it around on the lead. For you, taking your pet may be a non-negotiable. Many motels, caravan parks and national parks do not allow pets such as cats and dogs in. So you need to plan ahead on that one, because it's nothing worse than going somewhere to find out that you can't go, and if that reason is your pet, then you will be devastated. If you're not taking your pet, then you need to think about pet care. Like who and where is going to look after your pet. Will it be a friend or a family member who takes care of your pet while you're away? Or will you book them into a kennel or a cattery? These are just a couple of things you need to take into account with your pets. Tip 4. Accommodation. Where will your accommodation be? Will you need anywhere to stay? Perhaps you're just going out for a day trip, so you really won't need anywhere to stay other than your own bed. But maybe you're going for longer, so you need to take into account what accommodation you're going to need for that night or all those nights you're away. Maybe you're just happy rolling your swag out next to a nice warm campfire underneath the stars. Or perhaps you're more at home in the luxuries of a modern hotel. There are many options, from swag, caravan, tent, cabin, motel, and many, many more. If you're finding this video helpful, then subscribe to our channel so we can continue to help you discover and create your own adventures. Tip 5. Amenities. What amenities, such as toilet, shower, bathroom, do you need on your next trip? Maybe your setup is self-sufficient, such as a caravan with an ensuite attached. Or maybe you're only going away for a weekend and you enjoy the simpler things in life, where you don't need to have a bath and you can just go and dig a hole in the bush and do your number 2s there. So during your planning, look for destinations that meet your needs. Tip 6. Features and attractions. What is it that you want to do during your trip away? Do you want a playground for your kids to play on and enjoy? Or maybe you want to do some fishing and cast a line out and try and catch the next big fish. Think about the things and the attractions that you really enjoy doing and factor them into your planning. I'll get it right. Tip 7. Seasons. Do you have a favourite time of year to get away? Maybe you're after a warm summer trip, so then winter should be best avoided. Some of your planned features and attractions may have a seasonal influence. Maybe you want to go to the snow, so you'll have to plan during winter. Plan during summer to go to the snow and you'll probably be disappointed. Some areas, such as the Vic High Country, have seasonal road closures to help protect you and the tracks that you travel on throughout the bush. So if you do plan on heading up there during seasonal closure time, then you may be restricted in what you can see and do. Tip 8. Travel. How will you be getting there? Will you be driving your car, riding a motorbike or your horse, or even flying to your next destination? Maybe you're happy just travelling an hour away to your favourite camping destination. I know I am, and these shorter, closer to home trips can be just as enjoyable as those bigger, larger, epic trips of a lifetime. But remember, the longer it takes you to get to your destination, the less time you have to spend at that location. But don't let travel get in the way of a trip, because in most cases, the trip itself, so that to and from your final destination, can be just as fun and enjoyable and memorable as the final location itself. Alright, question of the day. What is your preferred trip destination? Beach or bush? Let me know in the comments below. Our final tip, tip 9. Destination. By now, you should have more than enough information to help you find a suitable destination for your next trip. You can use apps such as Wikicams to help you research an area that you're planning on going. Also, use good old Dr. Google to help you diagnose your next trip. And hey, don't be afraid to go and ask friends and family. Sometimes they've already been to those places and they can be your best sources. Heck, they might even give you a tip on where you can stay that might not be written about yet. Now you can go and use these 9 tips to help you plan your next trip away. Go and check out our adventure vlog series up here to give you some trip inspiration. And remember, there's an adventure on every road.